Hey Maria, thank you so much for the dream interpretation request. I'm excited to get to this one for you and to finally answer these questions you've had about what your unconscious mind is trying to tell you. So let me read this dream here. I'm going to grab my laptop and then I'm going to tell you my thoughts about it so we can go a little bit deeper and you can get some of that insight. Cool. Let's get going. Here, my stickered up laptop. So you say, I keep having dreams about someone named Carlos. He means a lot to me, but I haven't had any contact with him for a few months now, and I just want to know if he's trying to tell me through my dreams. Please let me know if more info is needed. No, I think that's plenty to get started. Maria, you're always welcome. I do personal sessions too, and we can do some one-on-one coaching about your dreams. I also have a whole course on how to interpret your own dreams, Inside Murmur, if you want to do that as well. But I think this is plenty to kind of dive in deep and get some insight into what this means. When it comes to dreams about specific people, there's a couple things. So I want to get one thing kind of out of the way. I am, in Florida. I'm a licensed mental health counselor. I can't give mental health advice outside the state or unless somebody's a client. But suffice it to say, I'm kind of a medical professional, a scientist at heart, right? So on my channel, I don't make any claims about religion or about politics. I'm not smart enough, wise enough. That's not my area of expertise to really say anything about. So I do know there's a lot of spiritual experts who say that they really believe through dreams is the way that we connect with the metaphysical, with the spiritual, those who are past and gone, or through the Holy Spirit, God, the collective unconscious, stuff like that. And, there are even some great psychoanalysts and psychotherapists like Carl Jung, who believed that the unconscious mind was connected to all other human life through what he called the collective unconscious. And I like the way that sounds. There's a lot of great feeling and benefit to that. However, it's not very scientifically testable. And Carl Jung got into not a lot of trouble for that, but his work was critiqued because there was a lot of things that you couldn't scientifically verify. And he made these claims. So I don't make those claims. However, I will inform you of them and say, it makes sense to me if you believe in spirituality, if religion is a huge part of your life and your day-to-day, if you were going to contact spirits, if we were going to have a greater connection with the metaphysical, I am sure it would be through the unconscious. However, I make no claims about that. That's up to you to interpret, and I respect your opinion on that. However, my opinion, from the science perspective, from the hypnotherapist dream interpretation perspective, is when we dream about somebody, a specific person, like this individual Carlos, it sounds to me like this is not just some random named Carlos. This is a person that you know named Carlos, and you haven't talked to them, you said, in a few months. Our unconscious mind is not very good at dealing with information outside of us. It's not very good at really having other people live inside of our psyche. What the unconscious mind does is it uses those things that we interact with in our daily life as metaphors and symbols for things that it wants to get our attention about. Let's say, even for example, and you might enjoy this, let's say that you didn't even know who Carlos was. Sigmund Freud would say that there's probably a pun or there's probably a metaphor in that name Carlos. Like Carlos sounds like Los Angeles, right? And so maybe Carlos is a symbol for Los Angeles, things like that. The mind is funny that way. It's always going to be a symbol for something that's significant to you, not the other person. So when it comes to Carlos, since you do know them, they are going to be a symbol for a part of yourself. And you say that you're dreaming about them and you just want to know something, if there's something trying to let you know through your dreams. Think about this friend of yours. Give it a moment. Think about the type of person they are, and maybe even while you're just sitting there, think of the top 3 things that come to your mind when you think of this individual. Top 3 things, just huge personality pieces. And depending on how you're interacting with Carlos in your dream is going to be how you're interacting with those parts of yourself. Oftentimes people will dream about ex-lovers as well, and they'll think, do I subconsciously want to cheat on my current partner? No, probably not. It could be, but probably not. More likely, it's your ex-lover symbolizes a part of you or a time in your life that you're trying to get back. And so if you haven't talked to Carlos for a while, it's either that Carlos represents a part of yourself that you need to develop and get in touch with more, or there's a part of yourself that you have lost. Think about when you're in high school or in college, you're excited about life, you're excited about all these things that you're going to do. And then you kind of get to be an adult and life just kind of beats you down and you lose some of your enthusiasm, right? A lot of times people will dream about high school or high school boyfriends when they're trying to get back in touch with their inspirational, forward-looking positivity. I think that's what's happening here for you. And I hope, as I'm talking about this stuff, some things come to your mind that are filling in this kind of information for you and really giving you some deep insights. Like I said, if you want to go deeper, I'm always welcome. Send me an email back, leave me a review in an email, ask me more questions. Maybe we can even schedule a coaching appointment. Totally up to you. I just want to be here to help and support in any way I can. But I hope that gives you some insights into your dream. But until next time, thank you for being part of the Lion Pride. Peace.